When I wake up in the morning and this is my view, I think I'm in Florida. But when I look at Lisa, I think I'm in Michigan. Welcome aboard WindGypsy. We're glad to have you along. This is Lisa. I'm Richard, and this is Ginger, our dog. Here is the lighthouse at the end of Tybee Island, the mouth of the Savannah River, as we are heading out into the ocean.
Say goodbye to Georgia.
Goodbye, Georgia. We're on our way to Florida now, but we really like being here. Okay, so here we are out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know if you can see me at all or well. This is our course. We have 97.3 nautical miles to Jacksonville, Florida. You can see how the red line diverges sometimes from the black line. That is there's virtually no wind today, unfortunately. But that's just a little bit of strength of the tide and the current just pushing us off. Then the auto helm pulls it back.
How cruel. How cold-hearted. Poor, starving dog. Maybe it's for me. Yes! Okay, Richard, now where's the rest of it? I don't know if you can appreciate this, but there's this flock of birds that is just diving like crazy into the water.
So on this side of the sailboat, it is pretty dark. But on this side, you can see the remains of the sunset over Georgia. And that South Carolina type of moon. If you enjoy our videos, please click like and maybe even
Subscribe.
I didn't even have to tell her what to say, she knew. And here we are, coming into
Jacksonville,
Florida! And of course there's the conspicuous naval terminal. Don't go there, they don't like that. So as we were coming in the channel, this 138-foot personal pleasure craft came up behind us.
That's like 4 of our boats.
It's like 4 of our boats. It's 29.7 feet wide. It's a big boat. We're still coming in the inlet. Must be in Florida. We've got some palm trees and some beautiful white sand beaches, sand dunes, lots of birds. We saw several dolphins. A couple of them were picking on Lisa, scaring her. They were scaring you.
Dolphins are scary. Wow. Even the sky looks like Florida. We're not sure what this is, but Richard said we're not going to hit the moving building. So there's this floating building being pulled by a tug and pushed by this other tug who just did a little fancy turnaround. He was on the side, now he's getting behind it to push it in a different direction. It's like a giant travel lift. So yeah, 3 tugboats involved in moving this barge down the river here in Jacksonville, Florida. And this is Florida, a great marshy sandbar between the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic Ocean. So here's our boat, here's the dock, and here's the other side of the dock. Yes, that is mud, not water. So I was a little disconcerted, but I checked our depth and it read nothing because Richard turned it off. Okay, it read 8. So we're in 8 feet of water at low tide, even though the other side of the dock is totally dry.
Okay, it's a little dark at night, but we were in Thunderbolt,
Georgia. I went dumpster diving.
We were throwing stuff out.
And we went dumpster diving because somebody had thrown out 5 perfectly good life jackets.
So we get here to Florida, and they have this, I hope you can see it, donation board, or like a library program. It says, kids don't float, give them something that does. Life jackets are not a babysitter and still require supervision. It's a life jacket loaner station. It is an Eagle Scout project by Zachary Joyner, Troop 5, 11/13/2021. Zachary, we think that's a great idea. We took those life jackets that we trash picked in Thunderbolt, Georgia.
Okay, brand new, virtually unused, and in fact some were clearly unused because they still had the little plastic tag thing attached to them so that you couldn't even wear it.
Yeah.
Brand new.
Say it again.
3 of them were brand new.
Brand new. Okay, so Zachary, we think that's a great idea. We applaud your project, and we certainly support everybody wearing life jackets. We support wearing life jackets on our boat. When I wake up in the morning and this is my view, I think I'm in Florida. But when I look at Lisa, I think I'm in Michigan. Pulling away from our first dockage in Florida in Sisters Creek Jim Knight Marina. Very peaceful place. It was quite nice. A beautiful place to start our stay in Florida. However, 28 degrees is a little chilly to start our mornings. So we let go of the lines and pointed the boat south and headed to St. Augustine, which is even more beautiful.
So we were motoring down the ICW here in Florida on the 31 degree day, and there was this beautiful stretch, and we just sort of were sitting there enjoying it, and we didn't take any pictures. So we're trying to find another stretch that is just as beautiful. This really isn't it, but gives you an idea of what the topography around here is like. And here is the other side of the ICW, the same spot.
There's just a huge flock of white pelicans here on the ICW on our way to St. Augustine, Florida. Say it with me. Florida.
And here is the ocean. We're not coming in from the ocean. We're coming in from the ICW. To St. Augustine.
We were just walking down the marina from the office and this beautiful snowy egret just was there, like it was posing. It was just a fascinating thing for me to experience. At that point, I knew I was really going to like Florida.
This boat here in St. Augustine, Florida is from Halifax, Nova Scotia, just like me. Here we are at
The fort at St. Augustine.
Castillo del St. Augustine. Palm trees for Florida. The bridge over there we came under through the intercoastal waterway. That way out there is the Atlantic Ocean, but we didn't want to do 5-foot waves today. And the boat is docked on the other side of that bridge, which is a really cool drawbridge. And this is the backish of the fort. We can't actually be certain, but we know we're behind the entrance. Here we are in St. Augustine still, and here's a light display. You'd think it was Christmas, but this is pretty fabulous. It's not Christmas, it's July 17th, or January 17th. This is the St. Augustine Municipal Marina, where we had a wonderful stay. Over here is the Bridge of Lions. This is a drawbridge that will open up for us to go through. He just sounded the horn to let all traffic know they have to stop. You can see they're all stopped, pedestrians, trucks, everyone stopped there. There's a red light to indicate we should not go through. There it is. And the big thing that we will run into is also an indication that we should not go through. And green. And Lisa's putting the pedal to the metal now. And away we go. Here we are closer. Bridge operators up there. What time did you turn the engine off, Ginger?
5:50.
Florida, St. Augustine, still too cold. Going south, Cape Canaveral. Avoid rocket exclusion zone. Somebody tell the manatees.
So it was a perfect night for sailing. Cold, rainy, too much wind, no wind.
That's what sailing's all about. I came up with a new saying yesterday. Sailing is just an excuse to say, well, that plan didn't work out. As you're coming in, it's like this beautiful, Cape Canaveral, it's like this beautiful scenery, lovely place, but don't mess with our rockets, dude.
So apparently Cape Canaveral, in addition to launching rockets, it launches tourists. Tons of cruise boats. And a little sport fisher going out.
Okay, that's why he was coming straight at me, because he's looking backwards.
Well, I'm glad that you kept a lookout. Rule number 5.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden, why is this guy coming towards me?
That is quite the bridge.
Yeah.
Here's our bridge. Oh, and the casino ship. And that is not actually a submarine. That is just the conning tower on a grass hill. But that is a Navy vessel. It's not an aircraft carrier like they have in Norfolk.
But I bet you it keeps you from messing with their rockets. There's the patrol boat to make sure you don't mess with their ships.
Might be hard to see behind the stanchion from my perspective. There it is. So why don't you turn in and see if he comes after us?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that idea.
Be the most interesting thing that happened his day.
Yeah, that's fine for you. You're not an immigrant. Well, that's interesting.
What?
That ship in the back there.
Yeah. Looking sort of decrepit.
Yeah. Bet you it's an old World War II landing vessel.
It does look like it has an open transom, doesn't it? Like a, it's not really a Rollo. And I knew that some of these giant cruise ships, you could pick an inside view or an outside view, but this really shows you that inside view, which might be a lot more fascinating than the outside view, just saying. Having been on a sailboat for the last 24 hours, looking out on all sides, the scenery doesn't change much.
Okay, their lifeboats look a lot more genteel than the commercial ships that get launched off the back, like this one down here.
Oh, with a big slide?
Yeah.
Oh, they do have some launch off the side life rafts, but they're containers.
Oh yeah. That's for the crew.
Oh yeah, there it is. I think that is a launch for the captain. I read about that, the captain's launch. Okay, you probably can't see them in the video, but they have palm trees on the top of this boat. Not the Disney princesses, but the sea princesses. And that bridge is opening for us. And Richard is staying outside of the fenders until the bridge is in the fully opened position. There's the maintenance crew. They had to pull the maintenance crew off the bridge in order to let us through.
So here we are in the lock in Cape Canaveral. I guess it's not really Cape Canaveral, it's Canaveral Harbor. It's run by the Navy. Say hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Say hi, Ginger. You good dog. Didn't see any palm trees when we went through all the locks in the Erie Canal. Pelicans? Pelican down in the canal? Oh, is there? Okay.
Those look like sea turkeys.
Oh, wow.
I have no idea what those are. They look like giant chickens.
Giant chickens. Okay. Maybe we can get some eggs. And over there we have vultures. You don't usually see, we don't see vultures sitting that often. See the red beak. Kind of hard for me to see the screen, so I hope this is turning out. Yeah, so far I'm liking Florida. And here is a blue heron, an egret, a vulture sunning its wings down on the rocks. Yeah, I am really feeling like I'm in Florida right now. tow rail got it.
That's the most exciting thing that happened on the trip.
Just left Cocoa Village down there. Really nice place to visit. Not a good place to stay long term because they don't have any facilities, but man, you want to go and enjoy yourself, have a nice quiet stay, maybe go to a restaurant, it's a good deal. Down here is the free dock that we couldn't get at. And there was something going on last night, some kind of festival. It was really kind of neat. But the important thing is we got 20 knot gusts of wind. You can see back there the white caps on the water, but we got places to go. So we decided we were going to leave, and with me and one of the dock hands, Lisa, got out of here, no problem, because she is the queen of the scene.
Okay,
Powerboat guys said, hey, great job.
Still looking for warmer weather, we left Cocoa Village. 2 days of beautiful downwind sailing. We crossed paths with our friends in Alea, anchored in Melbourne, and continued on to
Vero Beach.
Ginger, what time did we turn the motor off? Ginger, what time did we turn the motor off? 11:04, boss. Okay.
Okay, this is Vero Beach, Florida. We're walking down one of the residential streets to get to the beach, and look what we see here. Yes, those are coconuts. We have arrived. So this is the first time we have gotten down to the ocean beach since
New Jersey.
Cape May, New Jersey. And Ginger does not even want to go down the stairs. Not at all interested.
Yeah, there's white caps as far as you can see.
So this is 15 knot winds, 20 knot winds.
Right now, yeah.
And it was predicting like 5-foot waves. I don't think these are 5 foot. Obviously they're breaking because it's shallow. Here's some stalwart beachgoer. He's going to make the best of his vacation, God damn it. Even if he has to wear a parka. Richard is dressed like a native in short sleeves and a ball cap. Okay, we are in the home of the most perfect citrus growing in the world. We must really be in Florida now. In Florida, even the parking lots are amazing and magnificent. It's like a trip to the botanical gardens, just filled with these exotic subtropical plants and flowers. The lushness. And as if the native flowers and plants were not enough, we're going to plant a bunch of impatiens. I think these are the New Guinea impatiens. And remember, it is the middle of January. Again, another residential street in beautiful Vero Beach, Florida. So this house, I think, has done an especially astonishing job with their landscaping. Just the diversity of subtropical plants here, the different textures and colors of the leaves, And if they wanted, they could have lots of flowers too, because we've seen tons of native flowers blooming and imported flowers. This house has done a really nice job too. Just spectacular. And poinsettias. Richard getting the Florida sun.
Yeah, baby. Lisa has dubbed this Vulture Island. Doesn't matter what it says on the chart. What does it say on the chart?
Doesn't have a name.
Doesn't have a name. Oh, there you go. Now it does.
So I picked up this nut in Florida, I think in Jacksonville, and has a smooth, light brown shell, a lot like a pecan, but bigger than a pecan. And I cracked it open, and it has this yellowish, smooth nut inside. Cut the nut open, and it has a starchy looking, very moist interior. I did lick it to see what it tasted like, and it tastes sweet and starchy. If anybody knows what type of nut this is, I would sure be interested in finding out. I'm not going to eat it until I do.